Well, welcome. Here we go again. I think we're up to like part 20 now, and there will be plenty more. I just wanted to show you the pieces here that you get in this little kit, and it is C1767, F for Freddy, K for King. Comes in a nice little bag from Mr. Snug Barrett, and this is what it is for the one end of the fulcrum power on the H bracket, H shaft. And these pieces all go together nicely. The bearings here, they're very nice, yes, they're roller bearings. Be very careful with those, don't crush them. So the way the components would actually go together, this is a ring, this is a seal that fits in there nicely, then this fits in there very nicely, then this fits in there with the bearing there and the nut. Of course, you have these as well. Sorry, I should have shown you that. I should have mentioned those. They would be obviously either side. So when you see, whoopsie, this whole thing together like this, ignore the bearing for the moment, that would be there. Then you would have this in between going into the shaft, and then the other washer on the other side with the other complete set. And the nut, of course, and the inside would be the bearing. Now the bearing itself actually goes into the H bracket, as I keep calling it, and I'm sure that's not the correct term, but it's the one I'm using. So you end up with a nice little sandwich of these pieces, and I'll show you when I actually put it all together, so that you understand what the hell I'm babbling about. One other thing that I do want to mention, because it all sits in here, sort of there. We've got one of these this side, and then one the other side, and then here and here. This, I would suggest, and I'm going to suggest this without having done it this way, but I think this is the way I used to do it. You put this onto the differential first, turn the diff upside down, and then begin the assemble slowly. These I've powder coated, and these I powder coated, but I have to clean the powder, or have cleaned the powder coat off the ends, because this is I guess you want to call it a precision fit in here. It's very tight, and with the powder coat on there, it's well, you can't get it in, simple as that. Now that does mean that I've exposed some metal here, and what I will do is I'm going to smear some copper grease on there. That way it should help prevent any corrosion from building up. All right, so let's get the H bracket down and we'll get assembling. One little thing, I know I've mentioned this before, I put these in the freezer. Once they've been in the freezer for an hour or so, then they fit in a lot easier. And I'll show you the method I'm going to use. It is a method that I've seen other people use, and I've done it myself many a time, and that is to use a nut and a bolt to do this. I do have a press, and I could go out there and put it in the press, but it's awkward. I can do it right here on the bench with a nut and a bolt, show you guys how it all goes together, and then hopefully, you know, because you probably won't have a press like I do, you'll be able to do it at home. There you go. All right, let me get these in the freezer, and then we'll cook them later. All right, back in a sec. Okay, just taken the bearing out of the freezer. This has got to go in here. We'll start with the outside bearing. Now, I know previously mentioned, you know, you don't want to hammer, and that is true. What I mean is you don't want to go in like Thor. You just want to gently tap to get it to go in. Now, having had this in the freezer, it's shrunk. Work my way around slowly, making sure it doesn't go caddy-wampus. I'd never heard that word until I came here. Caddy-wampus, and what was the other one? Caddy-corner. Strange lot, you Americans. Okay, now it's partially in. You don't push your luck. Grab your bolt, big thick washers, to make sure we can push it in. As the actress said to the bishop, a couple of washers the other side because we're going to need them. Grab your nuts. Ah, Tim Allen. All right, lower this baby down. And there's no point in me telling you what size they are. You got to go get your own. Jerome. Go on, Jerome. Go get your own, Jerome. Okay. And then we just gently push this in, feeling it all the way. I don't know how you guys like to feel it, but sure as hell I know I like to feel it. Feel it slide in nice and easy. Now when we come to do the other ones, that's a whole new ball game. Just keep on going until that baby is flush. Pinch. Back it off. What did I say? I said back it off. Oh, back off. If I had the strength, I could do it. There she blows. All right. Now, taking this shit out of the way. And I just got this big ass bolt from my local parts store. And you pack it all out with washers to make it work. So, there you go. You see, nice and flush. Oh, and I'd previously cleaned out all of these threads for the grease nipples. There he goes again. Nipple man. And look at that. Absolutely fucking beautiful. All right, now what we got to do, shit, these fuckers are heavy. So there's a bit of a mess here at the moment, is to get the inner one in. So let me show you how to do that. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Here we go. Final bearing out of the freezer. I hope you can see this, and I'm sure you can. Just line it up. Push in. Gentle. Very, very gentle. Work your way round. Do not hit this thing hard, whatever you do. Good. Don't go too far. Next, we will put in this, this is the sleeve, the spacer, to line them both up. You want to make sure you get that in there. Now this side I put all the washers to make it flat. This side I want to make sure that the washer fits over it, over the sleeve, for want of a better word. And we'll put a second one on, just in case, because it's going to come through. And then all these big washers, and we'll make sure you keep everything lined up. It's just a matter of pressure with the fingers. So, you know, I can see that my washers have slipped out of alignment. So let me just push that one back into alignment. And as I tighten it, I will feel it. Make sure we get these aligned. Since you're aligned. We did that one before, didn't we, guys? And we knew it was wrong. There we go. Okay, so they seem to be lined up now. Very gently here. Very, very gently. And let's slowly give it some pressure. See if it's going on. Okay, hopefully you can see that it's going in. And I'm feeling for the pressure. Okay, I've got some pressure there that I shouldn't have. So I need to back this off a bit. Just a tad. And what that, ouch, sorry. What that tells me is that the first washer's okay, but the second washer is not aligned. So I need to make sure I align them. It's not a big deal, it's just a matter of patience. Okay. Get it back on there, get that back on there, spin up me nuts. Now they both look perfectly aligned. And you can feel it, and there she goes, in she goes. And you do have to take your time with this, guys. Please take your time and pinch it up. There we go. All right. Okay. Now I used all the old washers and the old spacer, so I'm feeling pretty happy about it. But grab the new one. Make sure it slides in nice and easy. Look at that. That is fucking perfect. God. Look at that. Perfect. All right, guys. There you go. I'm going to give you a quick digression here. Those of you of a squeamish nature, look away now. You may recall I smashed my finger. My nail just fell off. So if you're squeamish, look away. I warn you now, look away. That's what it looks like when your nail falls off. Kind of weird, huh? So now I've got to put a plaster over that. All right. You didn't need to see that, did you? That's why I told you look away. Okay, what's next? What is next? Get the shafts ready for here. Get them assembled. I want to assemble them out here before I put them on the axle, purely because I want to make sure everything lines up. And then we should be good to go. All right, that's it on this section. Let's move on. Okay, I've just run these parts through my ultrasonic cleaner. See what we've got, huh? Okay, that one needs a little more help. These are pretty good. So this is giving a nice clean up for these parts. Okay, I've got some wire in there I've got to pull out. These needed them. Looks like, okay, everything's pretty loose there. 7.5 it says, that was on the differential. So we get that back on. We've got some grease nipples here that are now nice and clean. We'll give them a little bit of a finish up with a wire brush. And, oh, there's the shims. Don't want to lose your shim shalabim. Okay, we've got that one there, and there. Looking good. Okay, and the big nuts. The big washers that go with the big nuts. These were just a couple I threw in there. I think they're for the differential case. I'm not sure, in all honesty, but we will see. These, as you can tell, are the shims for setting up the fulcrum. And we've got 4 of those, and a couple of biggies. And I don't know where he came from, but he's got nothing to do with us. And we have the grease caps. Oh, 3 grease caps. Interesting. I'm only doing 2 thingies. Alright, so there you go. I think I will probably zinc plate these. Does the customer want it done? Well, he wants it right. So the answer to that, I guess, is yes. Did he ask me to do it? No. So there you go. That's the kind of guy I am, huh? Alright, and we've got 3 of those grease nipples and 2 of those. And I've already replaced the straight nipples with new ones. I may well need those shims to get the clearance that I need. I'm going to get the pieces of wire out of these, and again I will probably zinc plate these, and if he doesn't need them, he doesn't need them. That's his choice. This well, it's probably had it, you know, maybe keep it as a spare somewhere. And these are the main ones for the hubs. Okay, let's see what we can do next. Don't go away, it's getting exciting. All right, next. Now, when you've got these shafts, it's pinched in there, pinched. But I don't want to damage it. But this nut, as you know, you will have on yours, is a mess. Hang on, let me turn you a little bit. So, thing to do is grab your Dremel, grab your eye protection, and make a slot. No, not a slut, a slot. Go deep, but don't go too deep. You don't want to hit the shaft. That's a reasonable amount. I'm not going to go any further. Then, grab your trusty nut splitter. Yeah, you better get yourself one of these if you're working on a car. Get that nut splitter in the groove. Da, 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 in the groove. Hey, I can't help myself. What's your excuse? And then, give it a little bit of it. And a little bit more. You ain't there yet. You'll hear it go. It will let you know when it's ready to go. And this, believe me, is the best way I know. Because it doesn't damage the thread. Har har. Arf arf. Whew. I tell you now, it don't play easy. As Ringo Starr said, it don't come easy. Baby, it don't come easy. There she goes. You heard her. Now it should just unscrew. Look at that. Isn't that fucking beautiful? Huh? Come on, you gotta know it. And look at that, no damage to the thread. So now I just give this a good old clean and it's ready to go in. Yeah, baby, yeah. All right, on to the next bit. One final bit on today's assembly. There will be more tomorrow. Just want to make sure my shafts are okay. Now these are dry, so they're a little stiff. They will be put in with copper grease to make sure everything runs smooth. And I just wanted to check the alignment here, and you know, I haven't got the correct sleeves in here yet, but I just wanted to make sure I can get everything through here, on here, and it lines up, with the exception of I need to put the sleeves in. That's tomorrow's video, so hopefully you guys will be around for tomorrow's video, when we'll finally get these done. We'll get these onto the differential and make it look a little pretty. It's going to take a while, but I just wanted to put this one out today, so make sure I've got that on there. Make sure this sleeve is okay, and this sleeve has to, you know, it's a snug fit. It's a very fucking snug fit. You want to make sure of that. Okay, and then what do we go to next? We go to putting the differential together, and we put in the sleeves, and then we start setting up the spacing and make sure everything's okay. All right, we're getting there. A lot of this is I say preemptive. I'm not quite sure if that's the correct word, to make sure everything fits before I try and put it on, because if I try it here and it works, it should work when I put it on the diff. That's the theory. I will grab the little bushings. Oh, I'll tell you what, why the fuck don't I do it now? Let's see. Bear with me. Bear with. Let's have a look. This one should go in here. This, I don't know if I can do this. I've never tried to do it this way before. Alright, let's see. Hang on. Don't rush me now. Don't rush me. Oh, hang on. We got a burr here. Yeah, you see, this is another reason to do it. There is a burr there that will not allow that to go on. So I got to deal with that. There is a burr on this shaft. I can't see it, but I sure as hell can feel it, because that should slip on there nice and easy. Alright, let's push it the other way. Let's see. Yeah, Same thing. There is, oh, boy, that is tight. That is tight as the duck's arse. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean up these ends. They've obviously got damaged in some way, so we need to get some a little bit of a paper on there, a little bit of emery cloth, and try and clean that up. That serves me right for trying to do it now, doesn't it, huh? Yeah, that has to be sorted out. So I will do that off camera. Sorry guys, I'll do that off camera and make sure that these slide on nice and easy, because that should not be that tight. It should be good and tight, but it shouldn't be that tight. You see, everything there is fine, and we'll ignore that for the moment. And I know this is fine. Look at that. That's absolutely perfect. All right, hang on a second. This is all part and parcel of the fun, guys. And this one, yep, that's beautiful there. But when I try and push this through here, it says go forth and multiply. So there is obviously a burr here. I think what I'm going to do is take these shafts out to my sandblaster and give them a damn good clean. So that's what we'll do. Then we'll come back. Oofta. Oh, what's that? Swedish? My girl that I used to work with, what was her name? Lynn Girk. And she was a person from, I don't think it's Swedish, or what it is, Norwegian, I don't know. Not that she's going to be watching these, but oofta. Oh yeah, that's way too tight. That shouldn't be as tight as that. So we got to work on that. All right, I'm not going to let you watch me clean these up and get them moving freely, but I will do that, and then we'll come back to it with these bushes in here and take it from there. All right, that is all for tonight, guys. Girls, where are you? Girls, come on. Okay, maybe girls don't play with the IRS. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to take these two shafts now, take them out the back. Sounds bad, that. But that's where my sandblasting is. Give these a good blast and a damn good clean, lube them up, and then we'll get them in there. All right, so, you know, the usual, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me the thumbs up, for fuck's sake. It really helps. And if you don't like my shit, well, you give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Well, I do care, but I'd rather you gave me the thumbs up. Okay? And as my friend at Church House Classic says, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and ding the dong. And if you want to send me money to buy a beer, to buy camera equipment, whatever, always gratefully received. I do this for fun. It's nice to receive some kind of recognition, and hopefully maybe I've helped you in the rebuild of your Jaguar IRS, even if you're putting it in a hot rod like this customer is. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, ding the dong. Now get out in the garage and do some shit.